BNC, 14th of March 2024, China claims the ban on TikTok will come back to bite the US. Why should other countries permit Chinese applications in their territories when China restricts access to foreign social media platforms and only permits Chinese media? As senators adopted a bill that could ban the app, China issued a warning, claiming that a potential ban on TikTok would come back to bite the US. If the House of Representatives bill passed, the Chinese-owned app would have to cut its ties to China or stop working in the US. US officials have long been concerned about TikTok's possible threats to national security, but the platform's owners have consistently denied that it is dangerous. With support from members of both parties in the House, the bill was approved on Wednesday. The Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, as it is officially called, is currently headed to the Senate, where its chances of passing are uncertain. President Joe Biden will sign it into law, according to the White House, if it does. Before the vote, Wang Wenbin, a spokesman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, charged that the US was suppressing TikTok even though the US had never found evidence that TikTok threatens national security. According to Mr. Wang, this type of bullying behavior that cannot prevail in a fair competition disturbs businesses' regular operations, undermines the trust that foreign investors have in the investment climate, and undermines the established international trade and economic order. In the end, this will inevitably come back to bite the United States itself. One publication, The Global Times, accused the US of ugly behavior and of misusing the concept of national security to take over the app by force. Like other social networking sites, TikTok is prohibited in China. Users in the nation utilize Douyin, a comparable program that is only accessible in China and is governed by government surveillance and censorship. ByteDance, a Beijing-based company with a Cayman Islands registration, owns TikTok. ByteDance would have to sell TikTok within 6 months of the US bill becoming law to avoid being blocked from US app stores and web hosting services. Many of TikTok's American users received a message last week from the social media platform urging them to contact their legislators to stop the government from depriving 170 million Americans of their constitutional right to free speech. The House China Select Committee then sent the company a letter demanding that it cease spreading false claims in its campaign to manipulate and mobilize American citizens on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party. TikTok has stated that it has reorganized the business to preserve U.S. data in the U.S. and denies having any ties to the Chinese government. In 2020, former President Donald Trump made a failed attempt to outlaw the app. Now that he has secured enough delegates to secure the Republican nomination and run for president, Mr. Trump opposes the restriction, claiming it will unfairly favor Facebook.